You want?
So...
I'm not making myself clear.
Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we're headed to the world of Last Epoch once again. Text messages, DMs on Discord, YouTube comments, and emails. From last night to this morning, I literally just got out of bed. This has been sent to me 11 times. TheLazyPeon has done a review of Last Epoch, and I'm going to watch this video, of course, so I figured why not do a quick. This video is not going to be quick. Let's do a reaction, see if TheLazyPeon, and I haven't watched this obviously, likes Last Epoch.
Epoch is an ARPG with a newly added multiplayer mode that initially came to Steam Early Access back in 2019. This game has 5 base classes in the form of Sentinel, Mage, Rogue, Primalist, and Acolyte, each of which have 3 additional mastery classes that you can spec into as you progress. In terms of theme, Last Epoch combines high fantasy with time travel, and throughout the main story you'll travel to various different ages, taking on bosses, creating your own unique build with hundreds of skill tree choices, as well as hunting for legendary gear. I previously covered Last Epoch in April 2021, but with the game getting closer to its 1.0 release, and me recently playing Diablo 4, I decided to check in on the game for its multiplayer update, get to level 50, and see if the game can hook me in. But first, sponsor. Everyone needs a VPN, so what better choice than the #1 rated VPN software out there, ExpressVPN. Time travel ARPG. The last time I played this game was about 2 years ago, and I remember really enjoying it, and the game's just released a massive update like yesterday which has added multiplayer to the game, so let's check it out. 7,619 people in queue. I wasn't expecting that. Let's check out the Steam charts. There's only 18,000 people trying to play. Lads, open up some more servers. What are you doing? Here's me thinking I'm going to have a nice chill first impressions recording session tonight. The devs not anticipate that their game would be popular. I can see it now. Fires in the server room, people at the dev studio running around panicking. Let's check out the recent reviews. You can't give a game a negative review because of the queues upon a big update launch. It's a bit harsh. It seems like you've got separate offline characters and online characters, so I'll be returning to this game in a few days when it's less crazy. So it's a few days later after my initial...
So to be clear, that queue wasn't actually real. The queue was all screwed up and then they ended up getting rid of it. Unfortunately, it wasn't like a D4 queue.
Initial attempts to play the game online. Let's see if there's no queues now. Hopefully everyone's gone to play the Diablo 4 beta, which I've just finished playing. 5 different classes. You've got the Sentinel, the Rogue, the Mage, the Primalist, and the Acolyte. Each of these have their own different subclasses. So the Sentinel has Void Knight, Forge Guard, or Paladin. The Rogue has Blade Dancer, Marksman, or Falconeer. The Mage has Sorcerer, Spellblade, or Rune Master. The Primalist has Beastmaster, Shaman, or Druid, and the Acolyte has Necromancer, Lich, or Warlock. Previously, when I played Last Epoch, I was a Mage, and I really enjoyed it, but perhaps for the sake of this video, I should try out some melee. Fuck you guys for being a Mage again. Big damage. Let's go. 2 different game modes, standard or hardcore. If your character dies on hardcore, it's no longer hardcore. I'm probably gonna die at some point, so we'll just go with standard. Let's not disappoint ourselves. I want to go for a chain lightning build, similar to what I've recently gone with in Diablo 4. Okay, so sometimes you attack the bear and your attacks just go through it. Look at that. Fireball anyway, it's a bit scuffed. Level up our lightning ability. And Mage with a shield. Okay, it's a bit different. Don't see that too often. Zap, zap, zap. Freeze. AoE. Yeah, Mage still feels pretty good in this game. Big upgrade with the staff. Take the shard and go through the time rift. Level 5, another new ability. Health zipping down pretty quickly. Chugging those health pots. Almost dead. I feel so squishy. Fucking hell, like one monster attacks me and I'm getting murked. Level 7. Now our inventory's full. Oh no, I remember one of the things that annoyed me about the game last time. Inventory. 2 minutes into the game and we're already doing this. Well, this game has one thing that Diablo 4 doesn't have. A map overlay where you can look at the map and move at the same time. Oh yeah, I love that ice attack. I forgot about.
I love inventory Tetris. I loved it in D2. I love it in Last Epoch. I think it adds something to the game. I don't know. I like it.
Oh, that one. I can spam this twice, right? W. Yeah, there's no cooldown on that. It just costs a lot of mana. So if I go for like heavy mana efficiency, I can just spam my abilities. Because they don't seem Have much of a cooldown in this game. Big damage, level 8. Combat very quickly gets better in this game once you start to unlock some cool abilities. Doesn't take long. I've got all of these affixes and the game hasn't really taught me how to put it on items. And now I've got this in my crafting bag. Okay, I guess it's going to teach me this mechanic later on. It's a little bit odd that it's not teaching me now. Ooh, legendary amulet. 100% crit chance if you have not dealt a crit recently. 50% less crit chance if you have dealt a crit recently. The item's called Gambler's Fallacy. 12% health gain on crit. Okay, yeah, it's obviously an upgrade. That's quite a funny legendary. I like that. Let's see if we've got a loot filter, shall we? Loot filter. Yes, we do. No.
Great
bullshit.
Loot filter.
Add rule. Add condition. This is quite complicated. Hide all normal and magic items. Done. Easy. Big damage. Yeah, now we're starting to zap. It really doesn't take long at all for the combat in this game to just become really fun. It doesn't insult your intelligence and have you using like 2 or 3 abilities for 2 hours. It very quickly levels you up and allows you to dive into the talent trees and start to create your own build. I do appreciate that about this game. Level 12. Zap. And big boss pops out and it's dead. Crafting. Okay, so this is where the game's finally teaching me about crafting. Oh, I only have 2 things that can be applied. Oh, then we can actually upgrade the affix too. Did a little bit of upgrading. Let's continue. Ooh, some legendary boots. Are they good? Please be good.
He's used to playing
boots, so anything
D4, so he keeps calling
legendary.
Legendary.
Dropping legendaries on me. Is this one any good? Increased movement speed if you've hit an enemy in the last 5 seconds. I'll equip it because it's legendary and it looks cool. Maybe I can craft some stats for it, which makes it useful. Dodge through that. Freezing? Yes. I like that you can freeze bosses in this game. Oh, got some blue items here. Idle. Shock. Chance to shock on hit lightning damage. Yeah, that's good. What do I do with this? Here? My lightning ability is starting to get very strong. It's about to get even stronger.
Inside of Last Epoch, you have your idols to the right of your gear. Think of it as Diablo 2 charms. They just don't have to sit in your inventory.
I don't like the spells where it says, this spell can do X, Y, and Z, and then there's a but. There has to be a but. And then the but is always the bad thing. I'm just choosing the abilities that don't have the but. I only want pros, I don't want cons. It must feel good to be an ARPG player right now. You've got so many good games to choose from. Path of Exile 2 coming out, Diablo 4's not far away from full release. Last Epoch's just opened its multiplayer beta. I mean, Lost Ark is still pretty fun. So many good top-down games. As an MMORPG player, I kind of envy ARPG players because their genre's in a pretty decent state at the moment, it seems. If only the state of MMOs could be so strong. I don't think mobs de-aggro you in this game, if I remember correctly. I think they just chase you throughout the whole zone, which is pretty fun. 90% spell crit chance, that's mad. The modifiers on some of these weapons is crazy. Oh my god, almost dying. The mobs here are significantly stronger for some reason. Or maybe I need to build something a little bit more defensive because so far I'm full glass cannon. Well, I've yet to die so far, which is surprising. But with how the difficulty of these mobs is increasing, I think I'll be dying very soon. Oh, the idols go here. I'm completely blind, aren't I? How have I not seen that? Bro, there's this big thing here that says idols, and I've just been carrying idols around in my inventory. 19. First death.
Poison.
I teleported out of that poison as well, but I was just not fast enough. So if I was playing a hardcore character, that's where my journey would end. What a sad way to die. It just kind of turned my brain off. I wasn't expecting a random pool of poison to kill me. Level 20. Another skill specialization slot. 2 more idle slots. Nice. Sense of progression in this game so far has been fantastic. Ooh, a new legendary armor's just dropped. Please be good. Less elemental damage taken. Increased elemental damage. Increased crit. And leech. Okay, that's absolutely perfect for me. Massive upgrade. Now, as you can see from all of the shit on the floor, I've had to sort out some items. I think it's time I fix my loot filter to be a little bit more picky. God, there's so many stats in this game. I love the chain lightning ability in this game. It's really fun. Chain lightning in pretty much every ARPG is always a good choice. Who doesn't love to zap motherfuckers? And now we've reached the end of time, and if I remember correctly, this is where I wrapped up my previous first impressions video of the game the last time I played it. But I'm going to be playing quite a bit further for this video.
To pick your
So now I get to choose my mastery. Sorcerer, Spellblade, or Rune Master. It's obviously got to be Sorcerer, hasn't it? Choosing a mastery is final and cannot be undone. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. My first, a green item. I've never had a green drop before. Okay, what does this have on it? This is part of a set piece. Increased cast speed, massive armor, necrotic damage. Ooh, legendary amulet, please be good. I always get excited when legendaries drop in this game. The audio-visual feedback from rare drops is quite nice, quite satisfying. This one's going to be really good. +2 spell lightning damage, lightning resistance. You create small lightning explosions when you are stunned. I mean, I'm a lightning mage, so seems pretty
Very
good.
curious to see
Absolutely
what
loving the
his
sense of
overall is
progression
gonna
in
be.
this game.
Looks
so
like he's
far.
having
every level,
fun.
every stat increase just feels really impactful, and you can just feel that with every level your character's becoming more and more fun to play. An issue I had with Diablo 4 when I played it recently was that my character felt like he was getting weaker relative to the monsters I was fighting, whereas in this game I haven't really felt that to be the case. I'm just having such a chill time playing this game. I don't know if it's like the
He's having a good time in D4 as you level the enemy levels, not in Last Epoch. You could jump into the end game, get 40 levels, then go back to the campaign and just crush it. Lots of options.
build that I'm playing that's just really fun. Just going through the levels, zapping things. I'm just having a great time. I'm just relaxing, enjoying myself. Not really bored or anything. I'm like engaged. I'm just in this lovely flow state with the game at the moment where I'm just having pure fun, but it's really relaxing as well. I've got this talent which increases my cast speed the more I cast a spell, up to like 20 stacks. So now I can zap really quickly. It's starting to get super fun. Zap, zap, zap. And it costs hardly any mana too. I'm having so much fun reading and choosing my build for this game, more so than most ARPGs. There's just so many interesting choices. Okay, we've made it to where we need to be.
Love it.
And a boss fight. Admiral
knot.
Harton. Some scuffed voice acting on that guy. Whatever you say, Admiral. He's trying to use lightning against me. How very dare he. And he's dead. 35. Another skill specialization slot. Okay, I didn't choose that. I just clicked on it because I wanted to see what I can spend the points in. Don't lock me in. Respec skill, minimum skill level 5. Despecialized skill will remove all skill points and experience from the skill. Despecialize that. Yeah, I think we specialize in teleport. I can't see myself getting rid of that. Shorter cooldown, and if you have haste when you teleport, its duration is reset. The talent trees in this game are so interesting. Making your own build in this game is so fun. I haven't had a legendary for a long time. I think I'm due one. Right, this thing's taking no damage. Blocks if not emerged. What do you mean emerged? I'm trying to understand what that's actually trying to communicate. Okay. Emerge. Oh, I see, when he opens his mouth to attack. Yeah, weird boss. Big damage. Zap. And he's dead. Sit. Ooh. Legendary relic and a legendary amulet and a green wand. We're about to get strong. No! This legendary item is like sick for fire mages, but I don't think I can use it. 18%
Only
increased cast
fire.
speed though. I think it's actually still an upgrade, even though it's got one useful thing on it. What about the wand? Minion damage. What about the amulet?
Pebbles.
Minion crit. Why is this game giving me so much fucking necromancer gear? Minion, minion, minion.
Every time I see one of these anywhere, I have a meltdown.
Oh, well, this is a beautiful area. Everywhere in the game looks more beautiful in the ancient times, before anyone existed. Is this game saying that we should just delete humans? This looks like a boss fight
That's
room
pretty
if I've
funny.
ever seen one. A pretty big boss fight room as well. Oh, voice acting as well. Big damage. I just realised that these are the two bosses that I've fought before. They're just reused and I need to fight them together this time. Not too difficult as a mage though. Now this is the one that you can only attack when he opens his mouth. And GG. 42. Ooh, what's this? It's a friend. It's a goat.
Do you notice that, and it could be clever editing, he's having fun the whole time. He's laughing, he's smiling, said he was in a flow state, enjoying making the build, talking about how many options, talking about going through the passives, talking about gear drops.
monster.
Got a feeling he's
never
going to
mind,
give
it's
it a
not goat,
thumbs
it's a
up at the
reindeer.
end.
Same thing. Bro, I've been playing this game all night and the time's just been absolutely flying by. Definitely the sign of a good ARPG when it just puts you in that grinding trance. Ooh, we've unlocked a dungeon. Each attempt in a dungeon requires a key. Dying or leaving through the portal fails an attempt. Wait, it requires a key. There's one thing I don't have. A key. Okay, well, at least we've learned something. Nice. Another passive point, another 2 idle slots. Very important to do the side quests in this game, because if you skip the side quest, you're missing out on a lot of
I
points.
see he has a
The
hollow
Tomb of
finger in
Mordus.
his
Ooh,
inventory
this is
as
a big
well.
boss. Let's see if it's difficult. Wait, what killed me? Do that again. Feels a bit weird that when you fight a boss and you die to it, you can just like run up to it without its health resetting. I feel like the boss's health should have reset there. It should have like punished me for being stupid. Not even
It
damaging
only
me
punishes
now.
you in the monolith.
Say that and I'm almost said again.
In the end game, not in the campaign.
Playing games, Craig. GG. Oh, where are we going now? Lake Leath. Judging by this loading screen, it's going to be quite a beautiful area. What level am I? 47. 2.5 levels till level 50. It's so weird that even as you're approaching endgame, you get like gear that requires level 4 to equip. To make the gear useful, you need to invest into the forging potential and like craft it. But it still feels a bit weird, like level 48 still getting gear that requires level 4 to equip. I don't know, it just feels wrong. 49. One more until
he's almost at
50.
Lagon.
Oh, wait. Was that level 50? Bro, I was engaging in some second monitor content and I missed the biggest level. How have I done that? Oh my god, I'm almost dying as well. So now I'm level 50. I can specialize in a final skill and I already know what I want to go for.
You could actually
Flame
make that
Ward.
meteor
Absolute
lightning
beast.
as well.
So I
he
thought
could
level
do
50
chain
was the
lightning
max level,
and
but no,
drop
you do
lightning
just
meteor.
keep going. I don't know when the end game is. I don't know what level that comes into play. I guess once you've finished the main story, which I'm surely soon finished with. Oh my god, there's so much mobs density here. This is getting crazy. I love this game. I can't remember the last time an ARPG just absolutely mesmerized me like this. I just feel like the way you build your character with the talent tree and skill customization, as well as the crazy multipliers on all of the items, it just makes you want to keep playing to make your character more and more OP and more crazy. It's something really addictive about it. It's like one more level. And usually with ARPGs, it's not really my genre, but there's something about this game that's really pulling me in. Maybe I'm turning into an ARPG fan. Whatever it is, the game's clearly doing a fantastic job. Fucking hell, it's 3 AM. I've been playing all day. You know what? The multiplayer stuff doesn't even matter because I've just had such a fantastic time playing this game, just single player, going through the campaign, leveling up my character and like doing all of the builds. So
let me just say really quickly, inside of Last Epoch, he asked the question, when do I get to endgame? Once you reach the end of time where you select your mastery, you can immediately go into endgame. You do not have to finish the campaign. Or if you're level 1 and you're playing multiplayer, you can immediately jump to endgame with the party. But there are positives about finishing the campaign because you get passive points and you get your idle slots.
apparently the game does have multiplayer and you can just like queue up with people and do this campaign stuff from level 1. But I've just had a great time playing on my own, honestly. I think the game just stands up really well. At this point, I feel like this video's dragged on for long enough. I feel sorry for my editor because he's got like 6 to 8 hours of footage where I'm mostly just sitting there saying nothing to go through. So good luck to him. So let's wrap it up there. So after revisiting Last Epoch in 2023, my thoughts are as follows. The gameplay feels smooth, responsive and impactful. The power fantasy becomes really compelling with mob density increasing as you progress. Visually, the game looks quite good, not amazing but not terrible. The UI, voice acting and sound effects are all good, and the sense of progression you get from playing this game is incredibly addictive. It's like a more accessible version of PoE, and every level up feels massively impactful with huge damage multipliers from items and talents. The game has a rather robust loot filter, re-rolling your talents and skills takes hardly any time to catch up in level, and you can also invite a friend to play together in multiplayer now if you choose. I feel like the game did a poor job of explaining the forging potential and gear upgrading system. If you're looking for a highly story-driven cinematic experience similar to Diablo 4, Last Epoch doesn't really have much of this, and due to the sheer amount of stats, damage types and attributes, actually getting an item that you want for your build is extremely rare. Then you've got a lot of RNG on top of that to not use too much forging potential when upgrading that gear. Overall, I'm writing this pros and cons list about a week after I... Overall...
Okay, I've got to talk through these. I am a Last Epoch shill. I can openly admit that. I agree that in the game, explaining crafting is not very well. It's literally why I made my boot camp series on basic crafting and advanced crafting. So that is true. Explaining crafting to a new player, it doesn't do a good job. But just so you're aware, the crafting inside of LE is second to none. The system they have in place is awesome. Cutscenes right now are terrible. They're garbage. With the 1.0 release, they have said that they are putting in all new cutscenes. So you're going to see it for class and mastery and throughout the campaign. And getting upgrades is very RNG. That does tie into having a good loot filter and understanding the game and what you are looking for. But as a new player, I totally understand this list. It is
potential when upgrading that
game.
gear.
It is a lot.
Overall, I'm writing this pros and cons list about a week after I stopped recording Last Epoch, but I continued to play the game in my spare time off camera. I fucking love this game. The power fantasy and core gameplay, along with how approachable creating your own build is, feels amazing. Last Epoch didn't overwhelm me with builds like PoE. I went into this game and made my own fun build that carried me through the game fairly well so far, and that feels great. For me, this is one of my favourite ARPGs out right now, and I love how it put me in this chill flow state of grinding, leveling up and losing track of time whilst listening to music. Seems like an easy game to recommend that will only get better upon full release and additional updates. But that's it for this video, guys. As always, let me know your thoughts on Last Epoch in the
Ah, the lazy peon effing loves it. I will accept that conclusion. Last Epoch has momentum right now. D4 is going to sell 50 million copies, but I feel like it's kind of a mixed bag. Half the people love it, half the people hate it. Some people think it's too MMO. Some people think they hate all the, like whatever. It's a mixed bag. PoE has its grinders, and Last Epoch is going to fit very nicely as number 3 on that ARPG mountain. Do you agree with the Lazy Peon? Do you effing love this game? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and check out the Lazy Peon's channel. It is really, really good. I will link it in the description. That's all I've got. Hopefully you were entertained or at least learned something. Aaron, out.